In the rolling hills of Clover Valley, there was a plot of land known as the Wild Orchard. It was a sprawling grove filled with ancient apple trees, their gnarled branches heavy with fruit that seemed almost magical. But few dared to venture into the orchard. At its entrance stood a weathered wooden sign that read, "Enter at your own risk." The sign was enough to keep most folks away. Stories swirled about the orchard. Some said it was cursed, others claimed it was guarded by wild animals. Whatever the truth, the orchard had become a mystery that no one wanted to solve, except for Buck. Buck was a young ranch hand known for his daring spirit.
A sign like that is just another way of saying I dare you, and I never back down from a dare.
You're crazy, Buck. That orchard isn't worth the risk.
But Buck grinned.
We'll see about that.
He strode into the orchard, the sign creaking behind him as the wind picked up. At first, everything seemed normal. The trees were alive with the sound of rustling leaves and the distant chirp of birds. Buck picked an apple from a low-hanging branch and took a bite. It was the sweetest apple he'd ever tasted. Encouraged by his find, Buck ventured deeper into the grove. But as he moved further, the air seemed to change. The wind grew colder, the trees denser, and the sunlight dimmed. He began to hear strange noises, branches snapping, a low growl in the distance. Buck's confident stride slowed, his grin fading as unease crept in. Suddenly, he stumbled upon a clearing. In the center stood a massive tree, its trunk twisted and ancient. Its apples were golden, shimmering like treasure. But as Buck reached for one, a sharp hiss broke the silence. From the shadows emerged a fox, its eyes glowing and its stance protective. Buck realized then that he wasn't just taking from the land, he was trespassing into something sacred. The fox didn't attack, but it didn't back down either. Buck slowly retreated, leaving the golden apples untouched. As he made his way back, he couldn't shake the feeling that the orchard had been warning him all along, not to keep him out, but to teach him respect. When Buck returned to town, his friends crowded around him, eager to hear the tale.
What was it like? Did you bring back any apples?
Buck shook his head, his tone serious.
That sign wasn't a dare, it was a warning. Sometimes things aren't meant to be conquered or taken. That orchard has its secrets and they're not ours to own.
The moral of this story is, not all challenges are meant to be faced, and not every risk is worth taking. Enter at your own risk isn't always a dare. It's often a reminder to approach with caution, respect, and humility. Boldness and courage are admirable, but wisdom lies in knowing when to proceed and when to step back. The world is full of mysteries and treasures, but the greatest understanding comes from respecting the boundaries and warnings that are there for a reason. Sometimes, the bravest act is to recognize when the risk isn't worth the reward. In conclusion, Brokenwood Mystic Farms symbolizes the enduring connection between humanity and the land, a tribute to the beauty of nature and the importance of honoring traditions in a changing world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You won't want to miss our short story adventures. If you have any questions, requests, or just want to say hello, feel free to contact us at info@brokenwoodmysticfarms.com or in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this journey and have a fantastic day, my friends.